Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We here at the channel are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information, education, inspiration, guidance, advice. And at the time of this recording, I was reading over Parshas Lech Lecha in Genesis, which deals right off the bat, chapter 12, verse 1 of Genesis. God speaks to Abraham, Avram. He goes, Lech Lecha, get out, get yourself out. So what does it say? He says, take for yourself, leave for yourself, your land, your people, your relatives, your father's house, and go to a land that I will show you. Last year, I was approached by a very perceptive young lady who plops down on the table in front of me, and she says, pointing to the first verse of the 12th chapter of Genesis, and she says, it's in reverse order. This is what he's talking about. He says, leave your country, your city, your people, your family, your father's house. That's not the way it goes. You leave your father's house, and then you leave your people, the town, whatever you live in. Then you leave your country, and then you get out. Why is it going in reverse order? It doesn't make sense. It's not the way it should be. Leave your father's house, leave your town, your people, leave your country, and then go to Israel. As so often happens. I said, you're not the first person to analyze this. And I said, sometimes when you're reading Torah, you have hints, remes, a hint to other things. And it was Harav Beifus who did an analogy with the wording of Genesis 12:1 and self-improvement. And he poses the question or observation, why is it when some people try to improve themselves, to change their habits, some meet with success, and some, they just, there's no major difference. No matter how hard they try, they can't affect the change in their habits. So the difference, explains Harav Chasman, is in the cleanup work, the preparatory work you need before you start changing things. You've got to get rid of your bad habits. But at this point, the very perceptive young lady is already losing patience. She says, hang on, I'm getting to the point. He says, when you are getting rid of bad habits, it's easy to get rid of the superficial little bad habits, the ones that don't make a lot of thing. But the more you get close to your core, the harder it is, the more difficult it is. And, getting to the point, I say, that's why in the first verse of the 12th chapter of Genesis, that's why the order things are. The customs and habits you pick up from society in general, they're not so ingrained. When you start getting to your people, your family, those habits, those customs, those ways of thinking, they're a little harder. You grew up with them. The ones that you grew up with in your home, in your father's house, with your brothers and your sisters and your mother and your father, and those are the ones that you learn as a little kid, and they stick with you. They're part of your makeup. Those are the harder things. So if you look at the instructions to Abraham and God telling him to get out, to go on this journey, think of it as us on this journey toward Tshuvah, on this journey to God, getting rid of our bad habits. The easy habits, the one you pick up from society, those may not be a challenge. A little more challenging, the ones from your town, your people, your friends, your environment. The tough ones is the habits you have from childhood, the ones that are so ingrained a part of your nature. That's the tough stuff. Your country, people, your family. Each layer gets more to the core of who you are. And it's those ingrained habits from birth, the ones you grew up with, that's tough. You learn the habits of a lifetime. To get rid of those, to turn yourself around, and then go to God, then return to God, that's tough. That's tough. But once he does this, only then can a person acquire the really good things that the Torah has to offer on a very basic level. There's a Chinese analysis when you go into a teacher and you want to drink from his teachings. Get rid of the tea in the cup you already have. You can't, it's already full. Throw out the bad stuff, and then the teacher will fill your cup with the good stuff. Sounds easy. It's tough. But like many things that are hard, it is definitely worth the effort. Do the cleanup. Remove the clutter in your life, in your spiritual life, in how you think, how you feel, how you treat people. Do a real Tshuvah, a real turning around. Remember, in Judaism, Tshuvah doesn't only mean repentance. It's a complete turning around, a turning to God. It's not just saying, oh God, I'm sorry. It's a lifestyle change. And when you do it, that's tough to beat. A real Tshuvah shlema, a complete Tshuvah, that is worth the effort. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back, please watch, please learn. And until next time, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.